Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that separates champions from the rest of the mindset of a winner. Winning is not just about talent, luck, or circumstances. It's about having the right mindset. If you train your mind to think and act like a winner, success will follow. So, let's dive into the key principles that shape a winning mindset. One of the defining traits of a winner is their ability to embrace challenges rather than shy away from them. Many people fear obstacles because they associate them with failure, difficulty, or discomfort. However, winners see challenges as stepping stones to success. They understand that every great achievement comes with hurdles, and instead of avoiding them, they face them head-on with confidence and determination. Think about some of the most successful individuals in history: athletes, entrepreneurs, inventors, and leaders. What do they all have in common? They encountered countless obstacles along the way, yet they persisted. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he used that setback as fuel to work harder, train smarter, and ultimately become a legend. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed thousands of times before finally succeeding. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That is the mindset of a winner. Challenges push you out of your comfort zone and force you to grow. When you face difficulties, you develop new skills, build mental toughness, and gain valuable experience. Winners recognize that the hardest battles often lead to the most rewarding victories. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. Another key aspect of embracing challenges is developing resilience. Winners understand that failure is part of the journey, and they don't let setbacks define them. Instead of dwelling on mistakes or feeling sorry for themselves, they analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and move forward. They adopt a solution-focused mindset, always looking for ways to improve and overcome difficulties. Additionally, winners train their minds to stay positive in the face of adversity. They don't let temporary struggles discourage them. They remind themselves that every challenge is temporary and that perseverance will lead to success. Instead of being overwhelmed by obstacles, they break them down into smaller, manageable steps and tackle them one by one. Finally, embracing challenges builds character. It strengthens your ability to handle pressure, increases your problem-solving skills, and makes you more adaptable. The more challenges you overcome, the more confidence you build in yourself and your abilities. Over time, you begin to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to prove to yourself what you're truly capable of. So the next time you face a difficult situation, remember, winners don't back down. They step up, embrace the challenge, and use it as a stepping stone to success. One of the most important qualities that set winners apart from the rest is their ability to take full responsibility for their lives, decisions, and outcomes. They don't blame others, complain about circumstances, or make excuses when things go wrong. Instead, they take ownership of every situation and focus on what they can control to improve and succeed. Many people fall into the habit of blaming external factors for their failures. They might say, "I didn't get the promotion because my boss doesn't like me," or "I can't achieve my goals because of my background." Winners, on the other hand, never give away their power by blaming others. They understand that success is in their hands, and instead of complaining, they take action. Taking full responsibility means recognizing that your thoughts, decisions, and actions shape your reality. Winners understand that their current situation, whether good or bad, is a result of the choices they have made. If they don't like where they are, they don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They adjust their strategy, work harder, and make better decisions. A crucial part of responsibility is being accountable for failures. Everyone makes mistakes, but what separates winners from losers is how they respond. Instead of making excuses or pointing fingers, winners analyze what went wrong, learn from their mistakes, and move forward with a better approach. This is the mindset that leads to continuous growth and success. Another aspect of responsibility is self-discipline. Winners don't wait for motivation to take action. They do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. They understand that success is a result of habits, discipline, and consistency, not just luck or talent. They wake up early, plan their day, stay committed to their goals, and put in the effort because they know no one else will do it for them. Moreover, taking full responsibility means being solution-oriented. Instead of dwelling on problems, winners focus on finding solutions. If they face setbacks, they don't waste time complaining. They ask themselves, how can I fix this? Or what's the next best step? This proactive approach allows them to stay ahead and overcome obstacles effectively. Taking responsibility also extends to how winners handle relationships and teamwork. They own up to their mistakes, apologize when necessary, and work on self-improvement. They don't engage in gossip, negativity, or blame games because they know that wasting energy on those things won't help them grow. Instead, they focus on being reliable, trustworthy, and accountable in both their personal and professional lives. When you take full responsibility, you develop a sense of control over your life. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the architect of your own destiny. This shift in mindset gives winners the power to shape their future, make bold decisions, and create the success they desire. So, if you truly want to have the mindset of a winner, start by looking in the mirror and owning every part of your journey, your successes, your failures, and everything in between. One of the most defining traits of a true winner is unshakable self-belief. Winners believe in themselves even when the odds are against them, even when others doubt them, and even when they have faced multiple failures. This deep confidence is what drives them to keep pushing forward, take risks, and achieve greatness. Self-belief is not about arrogance or thinking you're better than others. It's about having absolute faith in your abilities, your potential, and your capacity to grow. Winners know that if they are willing to put in the effort, stay persistent, and learn from every experience, success is inevitable. They don't wait for external validation or approval. They create their own self-confidence from within. Many people struggle with self-doubt, which holds them back from reaching their full potential. They might have great ideas, ambitions, and talents, but if they don't truly believe they can succeed, they will hesitate, procrastinate, or even give up before they start. Winners don't let self-doubt control them. Instead, they train their minds to replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. When a challenge arises, they don't say, I don't think I can do this. Instead, they tell themselves, I will find a way. A major part of developing unshakable self-belief is taking action. Winners don't wait to feel confident before they start. They take action, and confidence grows along the way. Every small victory builds their belief in themselves. They understand that confidence is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Another key factor in self-belief is resilience in the face of failure. Most people fear failure because they see it as a sign that they are not good enough. Winners, however, see failure as just another step on the road to success. They know that every setback is an opportunity to learn, improve, and come back stronger. When they fall, they don't question their worth or abilities. They simply adjust their approach and keep going. The way winners talk to themselves also plays a big role in building self-belief. They use positive self-talk and affirmations to reinforce their confidence. Instead of saying, I'm not smart enough or I'm not talented enough, they tell themselves, I am capable, I am constantly improving, and I can handle any challenge that comes my way. This mental conditioning helps them stay strong even when faced with difficulties. Additionally, winners surround themselves with people who uplift and support them. They know that negative, discouraging people can drain their confidence, so they choose to be around those who inspire them, push them forward, and remind them of their potential. If someone constantly doubts them or tries to bring them down, they distance themselves and focus on their own path. Unshakable self-belief also comes from preparation and mastery. Winners know that confidence is built through competence. They put in the time to learn, train, and improve their skills so that when the moment comes, they can perform with confidence. Whether it's an athlete practicing every day, an entrepreneur mastering their craft, or a speaker rehearsing before a big presentation, preparation strengthens belief in one's own abilities. Ultimately, winners understand that the mind controls everything. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. But if you develop an unshakable belief in your own potential and refuse to let doubt take over, nothing to stop you from achieving your dreams, One of the biggest differences between winners and those who struggle to reach their goals is consistency. Winners understand that success is not about making big, dramatic moves all at once. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and making steady progress over time. Many people start with enthusiasm when chasing a goal, but that excitement often fades when results don't come immediately. They might work hard for a few weeks, but when they don't see instant success, they get discouraged and give up. Winners, on the other hand, stay committed regardless of how they feel, how long it takes, or how many obstacles they face. They know that true success is built through small, repeated efforts that compound over time. Think about elite athletes. They don't train only when they feel motivated. They train every day, whether they feel like it or not. A writer doesn't wait for inspiration to strike. They sit down and write consistently. Entrepreneurs who build successful business don't rely on luck. They put in consistent effort to improve, adapt, and grow their businesses over time. Winners develop daily habits that move them toward their goals, even when progress seems slow. The power of small, repeated action success is not about making one big, perfect move. It's about the cumulative effect of small efforts. Winners know that small, consistent actions lead to massive results over time. If you exercise for just 30 minutes a day, you may not see an immediate transformation, but over months and years, you will build strength, endurance, and a healthier body. If you read just 10 pages of a book daily in a year, you will have read over 3,600 pages, the equivalent of 10 to 15 books. This principle applies to every area of life: business, health, relationships, and personal development. Winners trust the process and understand that small, consistent improvements lead to long-term success. They don't get discouraged by slow progress because they know that as long as they keep moving forward, they are getting closer to their goal. Overcoming obstacles with consistency. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will always arise. There will be days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or even tempted to quit. But winners push through those tough moments because they are disciplined, not just motivated. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline built through consistent effort keeps winners going even when things get hard. Winners also adapt and adjust rather than quitting when faced with obstacles. If one strategy doesn't work, they tweak it and try again. If they encounter setbacks, they don't use them as an excuse to stop. They learn from them and keep moving forward. Developing a winner's routine. One of the reasons winners stay consistent is that they develop a strong daily routine. They set clear goals, create a structured plan, and stick to habits that support their success. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, practicing a skill, or dedicating time to learning, winners build routines that make success inevitable. They also track their progress to stay motivated. Even if results don't come immediately, seeing small improvements over time reminds them that they are moving in the right direction. They celebrate small wins along the way, using them as fuel to keep going. While most people struggle with consistency, many people fail to stay consistent because they rely too much on motivation. They start with excitement but lose momentum when motivation fades. Winners, however, understand that consistency is a choice, not a feeling. They commit to their goals regardless of their emotions. Another reason people struggle is that they expect instant results. When they don't see progress quickly, they assume their efforts are wasted. Winners, however, have patience. They understand that the most successful people in the world didn't achieve greatness overnight. It took years of relentless effort, discipline, and consistency. The key to long-term success: consistency is what turns average into extraordinary. Talent alone is not enough. Intelligence alone is not enough. Even passion alone is not enough. Without consistent action, even the most talented individuals will never reach their full potential. No matter how slow progress seems, no matter how many setbacks occur, winners stay the course. They show up every day, put in the work, and trust the process because they know that consistency is the real secret to success. And one of the most powerful tools winners possess is control over their mindset. They understand that success starts in the mind long before it happens in reality. While most people allow their thoughts and emotions to be influenced by external circumstances, winners take full control of their mental state, ensuring that their thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes align with their goals. A strong mindset is what separates those who give up when things get tough from those who push through and achieve greatness. Winners train their minds to stay positive, resilient, and focused no matter what obstacles come their way. They know that your thoughts shape your reality, and they make a conscious effort to cultivate a mindset that supports success. How winners train their minds for success. Controlling your mindset is not something that happens automatically. It requires intentional effort and practice. Winners understand this, which is why they actively train their minds to think in ways that support their growth and success. Here's how they do it. 1. Winners replace negative thoughts with positive ones. The average person is bombarded with negative thoughts throughout the day. Doubt, fear, and self-criticism can creep into the mind and create a mindset of defeat. Winners, however, refuse to let negativity take control. Whenever a negative thought arises, such as "I'm not good enough" or "what if I fail," they immediately challenge it and replace it with something positive like "I am capable and I will find a way." They understand that thoughts shape actions, and if they allow negativity to dominate their thinking, they will begin to act in a way that reinforces failure. By choosing to think positively, winners create a mental environment that fosters confidence, motivation, and resilience. 2. Winners stay in control of their emotions. Life is full of ups and downs, and emotions can fluctuate based on circumstances. However, winners do not let emotions dictate their actions. They understand that emotions like fear, frustration, and self-doubt are normal, but should never be allowed to control decisions or behavior. Instead of reacting impulsively to setbacks or difficulties, winners stay calm, assess the situation, and make rational decisions. They practice emotional intelligence, which allows them to stay focused and perform at their best even under pressure. 3. Winners train their minds to be resilient. Resilience is one of the most important aspects of a strong mindset. Winners know that life will throw challenges, failures, and disappointments their way, but they refuse to let those setbacks define them. Instead of seeing failure as a sign to quit, they see it as a lesson and a stepping stone to success. They ask themselves, what can I learn from this? How can I improve and come back stronger? What adjustments can I make to get better results next time? By training their minds to view setbacks as opportunities rather than obstacles, winners develop a level of mental toughness that allows them to keep going no matter what happens. 4. Winners stay focused on their goals. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, negativity from others, unexpected life events. There are countless things that can pull someone off track. Winners, however, have laser-sharp focus. They know exactly what they want, and they do not allow distractions to steal their attention. They develop habits that help them stay focused, such as writing down their goals and reviewing them daily, creating routines that eliminate unnecessary distractions, surrounding themselves with like-minded, goal-oriented people, practicing mindfulness and meditation to stay present and clear-headed. By keeping their minds focused on their long-term vision, winners ensure that every action they take moves them closer to their goals. 5. Winners use visualization and affirmations. One of the most powerful tools winners use to control their mindset is visualization. They spend time every day imagining themselves achieving their goals, seeing their success in their minds before it happens in reality. Whether it's an athlete envisioning themselves winning a competition or an entrepreneur picturing their business thriving, visualization helps winners build confidence and stay motivated. In addition to visualization, winners also use affirmations, positive statements that reinforce their beliefs and goals. They repeat phrases like, "I am capable of achieving great things. I am disciplined, focused, and determined. I attract success and opportunities into my life." By consistently using affirmations, winners reprogram their subconscious minds to believe in their potential and push themselves toward success. 6. Winners avoid negativity and toxic influences. The environment we surround ourselves with has a huge impact on our mindset. Winners understand this and actively remove negativity from their lives. They stay away from people who constantly complain, doubt, or discourage them. They limit exposure to negative news, gossip, and distractions that drain their energy. Instead, they seek out positivity, whether it's through reading motivational books, listening to inspiring podcasts, or surrounding themselves with ambitious and supportive individuals. They create an environment that strengthens their mindset and pushes them to be their best. Why controlling your mindset is the key to winning at the end of the day. Success is not just about talent, luck, or resources. It's about how you think and how you respond to challenges. Winners take full control of their mindset, ensuring that they stay positive, focused, and resilient no matter what life throws their way. By mastering their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, winners create an unstoppable inner drive that allows them to overcome obstacles, stay consistent, and achieve their biggest dreams. The people we surround ourselves with have a massive impact on our mindset, motivation, and overall success. Winners understand this and are very intentional about the company they keep. They know that their environment plays a crucial role in shaping their habits, beliefs, and level of ambition. It's often said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is because our thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes are influenced, whether we realize it or not, by the people around us. If you spend time with negative, lazy, or unmotivated individuals, their mindset will start rubbing off on you. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with ambitious, hardworking, and positive people, you will naturally absorb their habits and motivation. The power of positive influence. Winners seek out relationships that challenge them to grow. They surround themselves with people who uplift, inspire, and push them to become better versions of themselves. These individuals could be mentors, coaches, successful friends, or even peers who are also striving for greatness. When you are around people who have a strong work ethic, a winning mindset, and a drive for success, it becomes easier to adopt the same qualities. You start to think bigger, believe in yourself more, and push yourself harder. Winners understand that success is not just about individual effort. It's also about being in an environment that supports and fuels personal growth. Eliminating toxic and negative influences. Just as winners actively seek out positive influences, they also cut out negativity from their lives. They do not waste time with people who constantly complain, gossip, or discourage them from pursuing their goals. Negative people can drain your energy, lower your confidence, and make you doubt your abilities. They might say things like, "That's too risky, you'll probably fail. Why are you working so hard? Just take it easy. I don't think you have what it takes to succeed." Winners recognize that constant exposure to negativity can be toxic, so they set firm boundaries. They either distance themselves from negative influences or limit their interactions with them as much as possible. If someone is always bringing them down, they make the decision to remove that person from their inner circle. Finding and building the right circle. So how do winners find and connect with the right people? They actively seek out environments and communities that align with their goals. Here are some ways they do it. 1. Finding mentors and role models. Winners understand the value of learning from those who have already achieved success. They seek out mentors, coaches, or role models who can guide them, provide insights, and help them avoid common mistakes. A mentor doesn't always have to be someone they personally know. It can be a successful entrepreneur, athlete, or leader whose work they study through books, interviews, and courses. Winners invest in learning from the best because they know that knowledge and guidance from experienced individuals can accelerate their growth. 2. Joining growth-oriented communities. Winners actively look for environments that encourage learning and success. This could include networking events where they meet other ambitious individuals, mastermind groups where people share ideas and hold each other accountable, online forums or business groups that discuss strategies for success, educational programs and seminars that bring together like-minded individuals. By engaging in these communities, winners expand their network, build valuable relationships, and expose themselves to new ideas and opportunities. 3. Surrounding themselves with hardworking peers. Winners know that being around motivated and disciplined people makes it easier to stay on track. If they want to be fit, they spend time with people who prioritize health and fitness. If they want to succeed in business, they connect with entrepreneurs and business-minded individuals. They surround themselves with people who share their values and work ethic. Having the right circle creates an environment where high standards become normal. When everyone around you is pushing themselves to be better, it becomes natural to do the same. Holding each other accountable, another powerful aspect of surrounding oneself with the right people is accountability. Winners don't just keep good company, they also create systems where they and their peers hold each other to a higher standard. They have friends, mentors, or coaches who push them when they feel like slacking off. They share their goals with others and commit to taking action. Knowing that someone is watching and expecting results makes them more likely to stay disciplined and follow through on their commitments. Why winners value collaboration over competition. Many people have a scarcity mindset. They believe that success is limited, and they view others as competition. Winners, however, have an abundance mindset. They know that collaborating with successful people leads to greater opportunities and mutual growth. Instead of being jealous of someone else's success, they learn from them. They support and uplift others because they know that success is not about tearing others down. It's about building a strong network where everyone thrives. Final thoughts on choosing the right people. Winners take their environment seriously because they know that success is influenced by the people they interact with daily. They seek out mentors, peers, and communities that challenge them to grow. And they eliminate toxic relationships that hold them back. By surrounding themselves with driven, ambitious, and positive individuals, winners create an ecosystem of success where they are constantly inspired, motivated, and held accountable. This is one of the most important habits that sets them apart from the rest. One of the most defining traits of winners is their ability to adapt and their commitment to lifelong learning. They understand that the world is constantly changing, whether in business, technology, sports, or personal development, and that those who refuse to grow and evolve will eventually be left behind. Winners do not cling to outdated methods or beliefs. Instead, they embrace change, seek new knowledge, and continuously refine their skills. They have a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as obstacles to fear. This adaptability allows them to stay ahead, remain competitive, and consistently improve in whatever they do. The growth mindset vs. the fixed mindset. At the core of a winner's ability to adapt and learn is what psychologists call a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that skills, intelligence, and abilities can be developed through effort and learning. On the other hand, people with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are set in stone, and they avoid challenges because they fear failure. A winner always operates with a growth mindset. They see failure as feedback, effort as a necessary part of success, and challenges as stepping stones for improvement. When they don't know something, they don't see it as a weakness, they see it as a chance to gain new knowledge and improve. How winners adapt to change in a fast-paced world. The ability to adapt is crucial. Winners do not resist change, they study it, understand it, and adjust accordingly. Here's how they do it. 1. They stay open to new ideas. Many people fail because they become rigid in their thinking. They assume that if something worked once, it will always work. Winners, however, understand that what worked in the past may not work in the past, may not work in the future. They remain open to new ideas, strategies, and ways of doing things. This is especially true in industries like business and technology, where advancements happen rapidly. A company that refuses to innovate will eventually lose its competitive edge. A professional who refuses to learn new skills will eventually become outdated. Winners embrace innovation and are always looking for better, more efficient ways to succeed. 2. They learn from mistakes and failures. Winners do not see failure as the end, they see it as a lesson. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, they ask themselves, what went wrong? What can I learn from this? How can I improve next time? By analyzing their mistakes, winners gain valuable insights that help them make better decisions in the future. They understand that every failure is an opportunity for growth, and they use each setback as a stepping stone toward success. 3. They are quick to adapt to new circumstances. The world is constantly changing, and winners know that adaptability is key to long-term success. Whether it's a shift in the economy, a change in market trends, or unexpected life challenges, winners adjust their approach rather than resisting change. For example, a business owner might need to pivot their strategy when market conditions shift. An athlete might need to modify their training regimen if they suffer an injury. A student might need to change study techniques if their current method isn't yielding results. Winners do not waste time complaining about change. They embrace it, adjust, and move forward. 4. They stay curious and continuously learn. A common trait among winners is their insatiable curiosity. They never assume they know everything. Instead, they constantly seek new information, skills, and knowledge. They understand that learning is a lifelong journey, not something that ends after school or a single success. They make learning a daily habit by reading books to expand their knowledge and gain insights from successful people, listening to podcasts and audiobooks to stay updated on trends and ideas, taking courses and attending workshops to sharpen their skills, surrounding themselves with knowledgeable people who challenge them to think in new ways. By continually investing in their own growth, winners ensure that they stay ahead of the competition and remain relevant in their field. 5. They learn from other successful people. Winners do not try to figure everything out on their own. They look at people who have already achieved success and learn from them. They study the habits, routines, and mindsets of great leaders, entrepreneurs, athletes, and innovators. Instead of feeling threatened by someone else's success, they see it as an opportunity to learn. They ask, what strategies did this person use to succeed? How do they handle challenges and setbacks? What can I apply from their journey to my own life? By studying successful people, winners shortcut their own path to success and avoid unnecessary mistakes. The role of resilience and adaptation is not always easy. It often requires winners to step out of their comfort zones, face uncertainty, and deal with temporary discomfort. This is why resilience is so important. Winners don't break under pressure, they adjust and keep moving forward. They understand that in order to grow, they must sometimes unlearn old habits and embrace new ways of thinking. While others panic or give up when things don't go as planned, winners remain flexible, trust the process, and keep learning until they find a way to succeed. Final thoughts on adaptability and learning. A true winner never stops evolving. They are lifelong learners, constantly seeking ways to improve, adapt, and stay ahead. Whether through books, experiences, or mentors, they make learning a priority and embrace change as an opportunity rather than a threat. Their ability to adapt to new circumstances, learn from mistakes, and continuously improve is what keeps them winning no matter what life throws their way. One of the most defining characteristics of winners is their unshakable perseverance. No matter how difficult the journey, how many obstacles stand in their way, or how many times they fail, winners refuse to quit. They understand that success is not about talent alone, it's about persistence, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to their goals. The path to success is never easy. Every great achiever has faced setbacks, rejections, failures, and moments of doubt. However, what separates winners from the rest is their ability to keep pushing forward, no matter what. They do not let temporary defeat define them. Instead, they view every challenge as an opportunity to learn, grow, and come back stronger. Why most people give up and why winners don't. Most people give up too soon because they feel discouraged by failure, lose motivation when results don't come fast enough, listen to negative voices telling them they can't succeed, become overwhelmed by challenges and setbacks. Winners, however, have a completely different mindset. They see the long game. They know that success takes time and they are willing to endure temporary pain for long-term gain. They understand that obstacles are not roadblocks. They are just tests to see how badly they want their goals. The mindset of a winner, how they keep going. 1. Winners see failure as part of the journey. To most people, failure feels like an end. They see it as proof that they are not good enough or that they are not meant to succeed. Winners, on the other hand, see failure as a stepping stone. They understand that every setback carries a lesson that can help them improve. When they fail, they ask themselves, what can I learn from this? What mistakes did I make? And how can I correct them? How can I come back stronger next time? They do not dwell on failure or let it destroy their confidence. Instead, they use it as fuel to push harder and refine their approach. 2. Winners keep their vision strong when things get tough. Most people lose sight of their goals. They start questioning if their dreams are even possible, and doubts creep in. Winners, however, stay focused on the bigger picture. They remind themselves why they started. They visualize their success. They hold on to their vision so tightly that nothing can shake their belief. This strong connection to their goals gives them the strength to keep going even when things seem impossible. 3. Winners have extreme resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and winners have an incredible amount of it. They do not let rejection, criticism, or temporary losses break them. Instead, they use every challenge as a chance to prove their strength. Many of the world's most successful people experience massive failures before reaching greatness. For example, Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Walt Disney was fired from a job for lacking imagination before building an empire. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television before becoming a global media icon. What did they all have in common? They never gave up. They refused to let failure define them, and eventually they have succeeded. 4. Winners are willing to do the hard work. Many people give up because success requires more work than they expected. They want instant results, and when things take longer than anticipated, they quit. Winners, however, are willing to pay the price for success. They wake up early, put in the extra hours, sacrifice temporary comfort, and stay disciplined even when they don't feel like it. They understand that hard work compounds over time, and those who stay consistent eventually win. 5. Winners push through pain and discomfort. The road to success is filled with discomfort. There will be days when motivation is low, when the body is tired, and when the mind is filled with doubt. Most people stop when things get uncomfortable. Winners do not. They know that growth happens outside of the comfort zone. They understand that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. So instead of backing down, they push through the difficult moments. Whether it's an athlete enduring grueling training, an entrepreneur facing financial struggles, or a student pushing through late nights of studying, winners embrace the struggle because they know it's part of the process. 6. Winners shut out negative voices on the journey to success. There will always be doubters, critics, and negative voices, both external and internal. Friends, family, or even society may try to convince them that their dreams are unrealistic. Their own mind may whisper thoughts of self-doubt and fear. But winners do not listen to negativity. They block out distractions and surround themselves with supportive, like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire them. They replace negative self-talk with affirmations like, "I am capable of achieving my dreams. Every challenge makes me stronger. I refuse to quit until I succeed." By mastering their mindset, they ensure that no amount of negativity can break their spirit. 7. Winners adapt and find solutions. Sometimes things do not go as planned. Strategies fail, circumstances change, and unexpected obstacles arise. Most people take this as a sign to quit. Winners, however, do not give up, they adapt. Instead of getting stuck in frustration, they focus on finding new solutions. They ask themselves, what can I do differently? How can I adjust my strategy? What alternative path can I take to reach my goal? They remain flexible and find ways to make things work, no matter how many times they have to adjust their approach. Why winners never give up. At the core of a winner's mindset is an unbreakable will to succeed. They understand that the road to greatness is never smooth, but they are willing to endure the struggles because their dreams are worth it. They refuse to be stopped by failure. They push through fear. They work harder, stay longer, and keep going even when others quit. Their resilience, dedication, and relentless persistence are what set them apart. Winners are not born, they are made through grit, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in themselves. They understand that success is not about luck or talent alone, but about refusing to quit, no matter how hard the journey gets. While others give up at the first sign of difficulty, winners push through failure, overcome setbacks, and keep moving forward. They embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, adapt when necessary, and hold on to their vision with unbreakable determination. If you want to succeed in life, adopt the mindset of a winner, stay persistent, never lose sight of your goals, and most importantly, never give up. The road may be tough, but those who refuse to quit are the ones who achieve greatness.